good evening. You are watching the local journalist Facebook Live with you. I am Shomodip, live from Chingrighata crossing, which is one of the most busiest intersections in our city. And I am here today, this evening, to give you a very important update regarding the Chingrighata Flyover. Yes, many of you might have been passing through the Chingrighata Flyover for the last 2 decades. Since the flyover was commissioned back in 2004 and it's now almost 20 years of age. Yeah, it's not 2 decades, but it's 20. So here's the news. The Chingrighata Flyover has been found structurally unfit, and the bridge expert committee of the state has suggested immediate raising of the flyover by at first stopping the vehicular movement on the flyover. You know, Chingrighata being one of the most busiest intersections in the city, and this flyover and this major flyover right at Chingrighata crossing, it serves as an important connector from the EM bypass to the Salt Lake bypass. That is, vehicles from EM bypass which go towards Salt Lake and Newtown, especially to Sector 5 and Newtown to be specific, they take the Chingrighata flyover to reach the Sector 5 as well as Newtown. Around 4,000 to 6,000 vehicles use the Chingrighata flyover every day for their commute. Now the question is, if the flyover is seriously structurally unfit, then what will happen? What's the fate of this flyover? This is located on a very crucial intersection. You can see just beside the flyover a pillar of the New Goria Airport Metro is under construction, which is not yet complete. And you know that Chingrighata, being one of the most crucial intersections, has a good history of traffic snarls during peak office hours. So if the flyover has to be dismantled, then what would be the steps taken to ensure that the dismantle of the flyover is being done following adequate safety measures, so as well as traffic measures, so that this entire area does not get clogged due to the flyover dismantle process. And as I was saying, that the Bridge Advisory Committee of the West Bengal has found that this bridge, that is the Chingrighata flyover, is now structurally unfit and there are various deformities. Let me come to the deformities. The deformities include a widening gap. Yes, you heard it right, a widening gap, or you can say it's a track which has been widening over the past few years and it's widening. The engineers, the KMDA engineers, this flyover is maintained by the KMDA, or the Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority, and the engineers of the KMDA who were tasked to carry out an structural assessment of this entire flyover found this structure flawed, as well as now they have recommended the state government to immediately take steps in interest of public safety so as to prevent any type of mishap. Yes, from mishap we have two tragic memories I have to recall. One in the year 2016 when the Posta flyover came crashing down, and the second one in 2018 when the Majerhat bridge collapsed with almost 4-5 vehicles on board the deck of the bridge. So this flyover, located at a crucial Chingrighata crossing, has been found unfit by the state's bridge expert committee, who have recommended immediate stopping of the vehicles which ply through the flyover. As I have said, around 4,000 to 5,000 vehicles ply over this flyover every day, and now it's up to the state that what they are going to do. The state is now muting to rope in technical experts from leading institutes like the IIT Kharagpur and the Jadavpur University to carry out a third-party assessment, after the third-party assessment, a final decision on the future of the flyover will be taken, and the decision is that whether the flyover will be completely demolished into rubble, or the superstructure will be demolished, bearing the substructure, as the faults which have been found are in both the structures as per the Bridge Expert Advisory Committee, and the gaps on the flyover and the widening gaps that has been created on the flyover is widening day by day, and this puts public safety at risk. This definitely puts public safety at risk, since you can imagine that Chingrighata being one of the busiest intersections, this flyover carries a substantial amount of traffic going from south to north direction towards Salt Lake and Newtown every day, 24/7, especially during the peak hours. And just as you know that the New Goria Metro Corridor, the New Goria Airport Metro Corridor construction work was delayed only because that Chingrighata being a crucial crossing would lead to traffic jams if traffic blockade was allowed. So now if the state government decides to pull down this flyover, what would be the steps taken by the traffic department and other agencies and the other stakeholders who are involved in this flyover, as this is one of the most important flyovers in the city, which facilitates a smooth movement of traffic from EM bypass to Salt Lake bypass, and finally the traffic goes towards Newtown. So what's lying in this fate of this flyover, time will only tell. As I told, that an thorough assessment by a third party like premier technical experts from premier institutes like the Jadavpur University and IIT Kharagpur, assessment result, that is once the experts comes and they assesses the flyover. I will show you. You can see that there are scaffoldings have been attached to this flyover, since only a few months back the KMDA had carried out certain minor repairs to this flyover. Not only that, KMDA, which is custodian of most of the flyovers and bridges in the city, have previously also carried out thorough assessment, that is a health checkup of the bridges. Since you know that the two bridge tragedies which happened in corresponding years of 2016 and 2017 had taken the city by a shock and terror, as there were lives lost during those bridge tragedies. So the state government should take the necessary steps in order to avert any type of tragedy, otherwise which might again lead to a Posta or a Majarhat type situation. So what will be the final decision? So the final decision of the state government will be purely based on the third party assessment, and whether Chingrighata flyover will stay or go depends on this assessment carried out, depends on the result of the assessment, which will be carried out by technical team of experts from IIT Kharagpur and Jadavpur University. For more updates on city's civics infrastructure, keep watching The Local Journalist. I will be back with another news story. Till then, keep watching The Local Journalist. For Local Journalist, this is Somodip, Kolkata.